Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports NBA Basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Batum in at the 5. Roman the paint. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now here's Crowder. Ayton trying to break free. Another shot. Great D that time from Batum.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
A consummate team player. Paul George is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Paul George.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
George against Booker. Paul outside. The 10-footer. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Outside, Batum, Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Crowder. Paul George making his last shot. Crowder dishes to Booker. Ayton trying to break free. Offensive rebound. Count the basket.
I just admire the instincts that Ayton has. Seems to know exactly where to be when the shot goes up.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Free throw drops for Ayton.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Now, here is George. Rejected by Booker. Count that one. Suns have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by George.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Now here's Booker. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. To the inside, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Down low, and the shot's good from Crowder.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Now here's Leonard. It's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Suns trail by 7. Booker outside. Ball against Jackson, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
The ball handling of Chris Paul is unbelievable to watch.
And George kicks to Leonard. George looking around. Over Booker. A second chance effort, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Now here's Booker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that one drops for him.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Jackson passes to Batum. To the middle, here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
And Phoenix has possession, trailing here by 8. Paul kicks to Booker. Over in the corner, Paul. Booker outside. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
There's Jackson with the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker the pass to Bridges. Now Paul. Good ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Jackson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Don't underestimate Booker's passing ability. He's getting better and better at making plays for others.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Here's Paul. Count it.
The concentration and the body control CP3 possesses is just astonishing.
Outside, George. And the shot goes in.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Ayton. And Ayton gets double teamed. And here's Booker. A 3-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 5 now.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Unloads from 13. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Paul dishes to Booker. Over George. Here's Ayton. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, George. The pass to Jackson. Batum with the ball. Leonard looking over the floor. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 5-point game. Booker the pass to Crowder. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sharch checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. And he sinks the second.
A well-rounded player on both ends. You can count on Jay Crowder night in and night out, and you see the value he provides for this team.
Zubac finds Kennard. Here's the 3. A rebound by Johnson. Suns trail by 4. They push it up 4 on 3. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Johnson.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Pass to Kennard. Leonard with the ball. Shoots over Crowder, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 8.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Outside Crowder. Back to Payne. The 11-footer. The shot by Sharch, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Booker outside. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He's got 7.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Here's Leonard, and stolen by Booker. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance. Fires the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Leonard. Crowder pulls it in. Suns trail by 4. Booker with it. 7 points in the game. And the dunk by Booker.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
A floater, and Rondo with the lay-in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And that gentle release on Rondo's floater, when he's making these shots, the D is in trouble.
Johnson outside. Pass to Sharch. Booker outside. Booker draws the double. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Crowder's got 6 points.
And this has been Crowder's role for a while now. Often shoots more 3-pointers than 2-pointers.
And stolen by Payne. And they're on the break. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Crowder, the pass to Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Kennard. Now here's Leonard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Outside Crowder. And Phoenix making a change here. Craig's checked in. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Saric. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Outside Rondo. Feeds it to Leonard. It's stolen by Johnson. And Phoenix pushing it up now. On up the court. A nice shot by Booker.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Leonard draws the double. And there's the pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Man passes to Leonard. They get it back. Zubac goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Near the three-point line. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win. And there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices. And we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
We've got Luke Kennard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Booker. Johnson kicks to Booker.
This is what he does. Booker, an aggressive scorer who doesn't take any possessions off.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard draws the double. Pass to man. Offline with his three. The Suns leading. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Booker dishes to paint. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
First one falls for him. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
The Clippers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
The free throw drops for Rondo.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Paul's checked in for the Suns. Good on both. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Craig. Johnson surveying the floor. Kicks it to Paul. Releases from 15. Batum with the steal. Nobody near George. But they'll get another chance. Basket counts. Kennard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Kennard against Paul. From 10 feet out, and Ayton throws it down.
CP3 is a nightmare in pick and roll situation.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go around.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
To the paint, Batum with the steal. Rondo with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist from Batum. Batum's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Here's Rondo after the Suns pick up 2. Here's George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Now here's Paul. Johnson outside. Here's Craig. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Paul against Kennard. Outside, Batum tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Craig, defended by George. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. free throw good for Morris.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Bridges checks in. And Morris drops them both. Here's Payne. Passes it to Paul. He dishes it to Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 3. Jackson passes to Batum. And good that time. Batum's got 6.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And Ayton throws it down.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
Now here's Batum. 6 points for him.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Paul dishes to Ayton. Back to Paul. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Payne. Ayton trying to break free. That's good from Payne on the assist by Bridges.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside, George. He nails it, and we're tied up. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Phoenix. George passes to Batum. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And the pass to Bridges. Crowder against Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Nice job by Crowder. More of a shooter than a ball handler. Surprising the D that time.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Crowder. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And both free throws good from Crowder.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Ayton.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
The Clippers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Throw good, Paul George. And both free throws good for Paul George. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Paul George really making a difference here.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Clippers on defense. They've led by as much as 10. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jay Crowder, he's very compact, strong build, can be a load to defend.
For Phoenix, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. Free throw good, Crowder. And both free throws good from Crowder.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Jackson has the open look. A miss that time would have put him up.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jackson against Paul. Jackson passes to George. Outside for Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Booker. The shot. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. And the shot goes down.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside, George launches a 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Batum against Ayton. The shot's good from Paul.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Clippers trail by 5. Here's George. Crowder pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Takes it off the glass. Crowder's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Plays with a high motor. Crowder knows only one way to play, and that's in 5th gear.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement. Whoa, hammering it in.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Inside, Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. They kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
The Suns making a switch here. Saric is checked in. Clippers trail by 7. Outside Jackson. Jackson is doubled to the inside, and Morris throws it down.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Shout out sa'yo Leon Desb Navalay. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Man. No points in the game yet for him. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Bounce pass from Bridges. Ball against Jackson. Ball passes to Ayton. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers trail.
And guys, even though he's in a big market,
Shout out sa'yo Dante OC. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
That one falls.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Ball passes to Saric. Now here's Booker. He's covered closely.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Shot from the low block. Rebound by the Suns. And up the court come the Suns on the break. 1:22 left here in the second. Here's Paul. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And they double up Jackson. He kicks to Morris. Good D by Booker. Suns leading by 7. Bridges, no one around him. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Over in the corner, Zubac. Lock at 6. Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Ayton. The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. At the line for 2. The first free throw is good. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Jackson. And Morris drops them both.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Paul with the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. To the middle. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
The drive by Booker, and the layup falls. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's the Phoenix Suns bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 21 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns' first half.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. Preventing anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
They aren't playing tight enough defense. That's pretty clear. There needs to be a lot better communication. Guys are playing defense on an island a lot of times, and that's getting them burned.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Clippers trail by 7. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wing. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Bridges passes to Booker. Ayton trying to break free. A nice shot by Booker.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Back to George. Great communication on the alley-oop.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Jackson against Paul. To the paint, here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
George passes to Batum. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
4 on the clock. Down low. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist from Jackson. Batum's got 8.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Clippers trail by 7. Jackson with it, now guarded by Booker.
High percentage look for him, but bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Bridges, no good, shot missing. 80 that time from Leonard. Up the floor. Here's Morris. Bridges with the board. Suns leading by 7. Booker looking around. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Here's George. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Pass to Booker. Back to Paul. 5 to shoot. Bridges inside the three-point line. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Passes to George. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Booker against George. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
A 3 from Leonard. And no good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. In the corner, it's Bridges. Good on the triple. Bridges has got 7 points here in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Looking to end the run. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential, and one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Morris. And for the Suns, Johnson comes in for Bridges, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
And here's Payne. 6 points for him. Out to the right wing. Back to Ayton. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And it's now 23 points for DeAndre Ayton. Clippers trail by 13. Left side Jackson. Here's Leonard. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
NBA champion, finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic. It struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. The The league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. Now here's Payne, defended by Batum. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist from Payne. And now it's up to 25 points for DeAndre Ayton. George double-teamed. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Here's Leonard. Batum trying to break loose. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Now Payne. 8 points for him. Here's Booker. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Booker's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
To the middle. And the dunk by Batum.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Booker outside. The pass to Johnson. And Ayton gets double-teamed. From the arc. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Outside, Batum. Outside, George.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the Clippers call time here. Both teams will make substitutions. Clippers trail by 15. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Booker outside. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. And that's 31 points for Devin Booker.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there.
George, no good. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Rondo kicks to Zubats. And stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Crowder with the ball, and he uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got 16 points.
He's a power player. That's Crowder's game once he gets inside.
Rondo bounce pass. Zubac, the best of man, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Rondo passes to man. Here's Leonard. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Ayton. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Booker. Crowder's got 4 this quarter.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Now here's Booker. He has 31.
Watch the screen.
From 15 feet away, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Leonard against Saric. Pass to George. Back to Zubac. That ball's nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Phoenix calls timeout. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Phoenix, Bridges, he's checked in for Saric, and Paul's subbed in for Crowder. Clippers on defense. The shot's good from Paul. 10 points for Chris Paul.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Paul against Rondo. Morris. And that one is good.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Booker outside. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender. Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
Booker against Rondo. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
That free throw, no good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. He hits the second from the line. 24 seconds left in the third. Booker outside. He feeds it to Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. And that's now 35 points for DeAndre Ayton.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Paul George. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter with 1 on the clock, and Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And so it's Phoenix controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Batum. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Man in at the shooting guard position. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Jackson against Paul. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Pass to Batum. Here's Man, defended by Booker. Man can't hit. Phoenix is gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Booker finds Bridges. Jackson with it. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And that one's good, George.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
Suns leading by 23. Booker outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Outside, George. Good D by Booker. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Johnson against Morris. 6 to shoot. Booker dishes to Ayton. For 3, Bridges. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nailed from three-point land.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Jackson against Paul. The 9-footer's on the mark.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
George passes to Batum. And the rejection by Ayton. Bridges against George. Booker outside. Ayton inside. Defended by Batum. Trying to get open is Johnson, and it's Ayton missing. The Clippers shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. George with the bucket.
He has a deadly combination of length and skill. Paul can beat the defense time and time again.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Bridges. Ayton's got 42 in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yep, that one goes. Here's Booker. Phoenix calls timeout.
Start it.
A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Batum. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for George. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Beverley against Moore. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Beverley dishes to Cousins. Passes it to Mann. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
The defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play.
And Beverley kicks to Cousins. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
So difficult to stop. You try and match his physicality. Nope. There's Cousins going to the line.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
One of the more controversial players in the game. What's amazing through all the scrutiny is the consistency of Cousins' production.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Marcus Morris is checked in for Patterson, and it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverley. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Suns leading by 20. And here is Paul. And it's blocked. Cousins, no one around him. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
DeMarcus is absolutely fantastic in isolation situation, but the offense flows better when they have him working off the catch.
Paul passes to Crowder. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now Cousins. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Ayton. Back to Cousins. Kennard for three. That one no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Bridges. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Clippers trail by 21. Jackson passes to Batum. To the inside. Here's George. And he converts the layup. George has got 16 here in the second half.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Paul surveying the floor.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again. Yeah, that's a great shot. Third three of the game for him, first in this half.
Paul passes to Bridges. Ayton kicks to Booker. Now the pass to Paul. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 19. Right side Jackson. Good work defensively by Paul. Phoenix has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. The Clippers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Mann, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny or you can just front the post.
Here's Crowder, and Crowder slams it in.
I love Jay Crowder, the way he's attacking tonight, going beyond his normal role. This is something he can build on.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard.
Booker against George. The drive by Booker, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his three.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeAndre Ayton.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance. Booker against George, to the paint. And it's Leonard, that time on the assist by George. George has got his 8th assist in the game. Phoenix leading by 21. Down low, Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Pass to Batum. Inside. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 13 points in the second half.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Paul against Jackson. Paul passes to Crowder. Count it, good. Crowder's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And here's the fast break. Here's Paul. They grab their own miss. Tries again, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
Free throw drops for Ayton. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Outside, George. Over Booker. That one wide left.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Paul to the middle. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. Moves back up. Some solid defense from Ayton. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Paul is doubled. Crowder kicks to Paul. Pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 37 points for Devin Booker.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Morris looking over the floor. Paul with the steal. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And they double up Paul. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeAndre Ayton.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
They get it back, and that one good.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
To the paint, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Leonard with the bucket.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Jackson against Paul. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Chris Paul. Chris, a very convincing win, and that doesn't happen often in this league. So what do you take from this?
You know, one thing that our coaching staff keeps stressing to us every night is that it's about us. You know, so regardless of score, we got to continue to try to get better because we impose our will on the defensive end. The sky's the limit.
Well, the focus was there tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same
Shout out
way
sa iyo,
with
Peterson Pierre
orchestrators at the
Adeles.
point guard
Salamat sa
position.
pag-follow.
Now guys are
Sana
looking to be
i-share mo
overly
din.
aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the one. And that one's good, Ayton.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Coach Monty Williams. Going against one of the elite players in the league in Kawhi Leonard, and knows they have their work cut out for them. Coach said Kawhi is the complete player. He doesn't make mistakes. We can't count on them losing this game. We need to win it for ourselves. So they will try and be the aggressors tonight. Try. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Jackson following the basket by Chris Paul. Unable to get that one.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Leonard against Bridges. Down low. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Bridges.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Passes it to Leonard. And it's denied.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field. That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
A nice shot by Booker.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Jackson against Paul. Out to Morris. Outside, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Paul passes to Booker. Out to the wing. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Phoenix shooting their first foul shot of the game.
It's funny how much Chris Paul is showing so much nuance that he has as he's aged in this game. Just an unequaled and unmatched intelligence from the point guard position.
Outside Leonard. Releases. That shot no good. The Suns go the other way with it.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
George. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Batum. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Phoenix leading by 10. Here's Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Bridges has got his second basket.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And here is Los Angeles now. Pass to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Over Bridges.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And it's sent back by George. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Clippers trail by 14. Outside Leonard. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7 though.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Offensive rebound. And that one's good, Ayton.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And it's the Clippers' ball. Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Booker looking around. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. A 12-point game. And Morris throws it down.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Now here's Booker. To the inside. Crowder. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Bridges. Leonard, no luck.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And Ayton throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And George gets it to go. Suns leading by 12. Here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The feed to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George will take those opportunities anytime he can get them. A nice dunk there.
There's the pass to Ayton. Back to Bridges. Leonard with the steal. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. And for the Suns, Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Payne in for Paul. And it's Phoenix's ball. 10-point lead. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And he knocks down the first one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Sharge is checked in. Payne hits them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Johnson against Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Now, the offense sort of works itself out to a lot of mid-range shots, and Kawhi getting dangerous from that spot.
Payne dishes to Bridges. Sharge with it. George picks him up. Sharge passes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Johnson from downtown. Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got 7 points.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Tipped away and stolen by Payne. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Suns lead by 15.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Offside Rondo. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Suns leading by 13. And here's Payne. Inside, Sharge. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Fighting through the contact, Dario does a great job that time.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting pretty efficiently out there. A decent 48% in the first quarter. Rondo drives in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Sharge.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And that one falls for Rondo.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Phoenix. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Payne. Johnson outside. Pass to Craig. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, we've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line.
Now here's Payne. Booker outside. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Rondo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And there it is for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Now here's Booker. He's got 10. The shot by Sharch, no good. Craig can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 11. Feeds to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Booker against Kennard. And it's good for 2. Booker's got 12 in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Kennard. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Paul's checked in for Phoenix. That free throw good from Kennard. Suns leading by 8. Craig passes to Sharch. He dishes it to Johnson. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Leonard. Now Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, this is the next step in evolution for Kawhi, showing great signs of improved playmaking.
Sharch has the open look. His three-pointers off the mark. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Work that one inside nicely.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical game, obviously, but, you know, a lot of it is mental. So, you know, just, you know, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, you know, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Just cash.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Rondo. Back to Payne. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Morris outside. Over Ayton. Rebound by the Suns.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
He gets it in there. Ayton's got 8 points.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Now Kennard. He's got 5. Zubac's in the post. Ayton's there.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. And the Suns making a change here as well. Jay Crowder's checked in for Dario Saric. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Clippers trail by 11. Kennard kicks to Batum. There's the dish to Jackson. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Johnson, good.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
And the Clippers call time here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson passes to Batum. Here's Kennard. Will it go? And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kennard. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Ball passes to Crowder. Down low, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 14. The pass to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Off the left rim and out. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Kicks it to Jackson. 5 on the clock. They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. And he finished it off with the lay-in. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now you're pretty confident that Chris Paul is going to make the right decision with the basketball.
Paul against Jackson. Passes to Kennard. That shot off. Some solid defense from Ayton. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Payne. Lays it up off the glass. Payne's got 9 points.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Jackson. Paul with the defensive effort. And here's Phoenix. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 2 shots. And the first one drops. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Mikal Bridges checked in for Phoenix. Payne hits them both. Clippers trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot by George, wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers. Paul with the ball. He's got 13. Floats one up, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Batum. Pass to Kennard. To end the cold streak. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Great positioning on the putback.
Great effort level on the glass as Bridges is in there mixing it up.
And Los Angeles guys shooting reasonably well, 45%. Jackson finds Batum. The pass to George. Kennard against Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Morris. Shoots over Crowder, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Bridges passes to Paul. He kicks it to Booker. And here is Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
George double teamed. A 3 from Morris. Jay Crowder pulls it in.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Paul. It's deflected. And here's George for 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns.
It's one thing to get to your spots. It's another thing to shoot with that kind of rhythm. And DeAndre Ayton in one right now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Now here's Booker. 12 points for him. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Kennard. Morris right side. And the layup is good.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
Kennard against Booker. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Leonard, he's checked in for Kennard. And the Suns also making a change. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Here's Booker. Ayton trying to break free. And it's sent back by George. Outside, Batum. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Booker. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
And here is Paul. He's got 13. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Now the pass to Morris. And here's George for 3. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Passes to Booker. George with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And Jackson gets it to go.
That was a tough shot. I mean, Jackson has practiced that, but he makes it look effortless right there.
Ayton trying to break free. He gets that one. Paul's got 17 now.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Now Jackson. He feeds it to George. Right side, Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Craig kicks to Bridges. To the middle, here's Booker. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. 14 points for him.
Well, finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Booker against George. Pass to Leonard from past the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Bridges has got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:46 left to play in the first half. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
That's pretty steady from Bridges. Does not let the contact throw him off one bit.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
So both teams changing it up here. Leonard hits them both. Phoenix leading by 23. Booker left side. That one goes. Count it.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
To the inside, Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to Bridges. 54 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 6. Back to Saric. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like the effort there from Saric on the jumper. Sees the defender, but still sticks with it.
The Suns have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
First free throw is good.
Well, Saric enjoyed an unbelievable amount of success overseas, and it's amazing how we continue to find these great international stories and how much the sport continues to scour the globe for this kind of talent.
Johnson, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Saric nails them both. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
Now, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone face, but getting the job done.
Booker inside. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Booker with it. George picks him up. Booker against George. Booker outside. Shot clock at 5. Over George. He doesn't hit that one. He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Suns lead by 21. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. DeAndre Ayton was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and a monster amount of rebounds. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Suns?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Suns leading by 21. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. The pass to Bridges. The feed to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Fade away. Leonard, no luck.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
No good from Booker. Clippers shooting straight 49% from the field. Rejected by Crowder. They retain possession. To the paint. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Leonard. Leonard's got 25 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Booker outside. Here's Paul. And it's good off the back rim and in. 19 points in the game.
Yeah, the tight D didn't bother Chris that time. He's got such good focus going up for that shot.
Booker against George. Left side, Batum. Leonard inside, defended by Bridges. The 3 from George. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Crowder kicks to Paul. The teardrop falls in.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Nobody near Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Here's George, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Ayton.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
And the first one at the line is good.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now, a very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Down low, here's Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Every time he gets going like this, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
To the middle. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Batum. Leonard's got 27 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Fires it up. The shot by Paul, no good.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Bridges. And it comes off the front of the rim. Phoenix leading by 22. A nice shot by Booker. He's got 22.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
Down low, and the dunk by Batum.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Ball passes to Booker. Ayton trying to break free. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Leonard top of the key. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, he's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
Free throw drops for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. Bridges kicks to Paul. To the inside. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Pretty much count on double-digit assists from Chris Paul, one of the best passers in league history.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Jackson with the bounce pass. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Leonard against Bridges.
Not letting the offense get the better of him. Bridges locked in.
Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Crowder from outside. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. On the wing, Jackson, defended by Bridges. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 30 points.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Here's Ayton. No good on the quick three. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Leonard gets it to go.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
Pass to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Leonard. No good off the back of the rim. Suns leading by 23. Here's Booker. And the rejection by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Outside, George. Zubats in the post. Defended by Paul. And that one is good from Zubats. Phoenix has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's the floater. And Booker with the layup. Booker's got 10 points in just the second half.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Paul dishes to Booker. Takes a three. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And that one's good, George.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Paul passes to Booker. Clippers trail by 18. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Phoenix calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
So for the Suns, Charge comes in for Ayton, and it's Payne in for Paul. Booker outside. Here's Payne. 11 points in the game. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 6. And just miss after miss right now.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Crowder kicks to Payne. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will come the other way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Booker with it. 26 points for him.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Booker outside. Suns moving the ball around. Batum against Johnson. Back to Crowder. The 19-foot shot. It's hauled in by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Batum passes to Rondo. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 11. Phoenix, no good that time either. LA's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Man can hit. The Suns shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. They need this one. No good from Booker.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Back to Rondo. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Rondo's got 8.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Booker the pass to Johnson. Now Crowder. There's the 3. Rondo with the rebound.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Man passes to Batum. Inside. George, no good. Suns leading by 9. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. The shot by Sharch, no good. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Payne looking around to stop the drought. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Payne. 7 points for Johnson.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
George against Johnson. Now here is George. He's got 26. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Over Johnson. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Rajon Rondo. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Suns leading by 9. And here is Paul. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Crowder, the pass to Johnson. Now here's Paul. Pulls up on the wing, and that one off the back of the rim and in. 23 points for Chris Paul.
Now Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
Kept alive. To the left wing. Bridges kicks to Booker. And he banks in the layup. Booker's got 28 points for the game.
And Booker getting more and more comfortable fighting through NBA defenses. He used his ability there to get through contact.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
A shot by Batum, no good. And now the Suns, a fast break. A nice shot by Booker.
Booker with quickness in transition. A guy with that kind of shot getting loose out in the break, that could be trouble.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The shot by George, no good.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Booker inside, and he gets it to go. Booker's got 16 here in the second half.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's George, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. And here we go, fast break. Paul's got it. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. He's got 25.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Paul against Rondo. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. The free throw drops for Rondo. Now Paul. Booker at the elbow. And Rondo sends it back.
An average shot blocker. The key for Rondo is to know when to leap up for those rejections. That time using length.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass. That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Pass to Booker. Back to Paul, over Jackson. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
To the paint, here's Jackson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
orchestrating right now. Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 14-point game. Down low, Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Morris outside, shoots over Bridges, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
And there's the pass to Booker. Passes it to Johnson. Inside, and Ayton throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Rondo is doubled. And here's Morris for three. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Morris has got 9 points in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Booker the bounce pass. Here's Paul. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Suns lead by 15. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Morris outside. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Bridges.
If Bridges attacks with that kind of force, it's really hard to not foul him.
And that one falls for Bridges.
Mikal Bridges is one of those guys who maybe is a jack of all trades and master of nothing, willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win.
Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Both free throws good from Bridges. Jackson with it. Outside, Batum. And the rejection by Ayton. Now, here's Bridges. Here's Paul. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. That's 29 points for Chris Paul.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
Here's Morris, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Phoenix gets called for the foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Paul. To the inside, Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And here's Kennard. And stolen by Booker. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Mann's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he dunks it down.
I'd say that's shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Ball against Jackson. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 17. The drive by Jackson, played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
To the middle. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And the Clippers call time here. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Inside, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
George against Booker. Down low, Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 17. George looking over the floor, and George with the stuff.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Pass to Batum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And he knocks down the first one. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Batum. Suns leading by 13. Now Paul to the paint. Here's Booker, and it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
And so here's Phoenix from about 16, and Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 14 points here in the second half.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Booker against George. Plays it up and banks it in. George has got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Ayton throws it down.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
And George kicks to Jackson. Crowder with the steal. Here's Bridges. Ball outside. And the 3 off target. The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Booker with it. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Booker's got 34.
And Devin Booker showing a nice touch around the rim.
Leonard against Bridges. Leonard inside. Basket good. Leonard's got 40 points.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
George against Booker. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Morris to the inside. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And Jackson no good on that one.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role. That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Leonard. No good that time. And Phoenix will come the other way.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Suns.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Ayton.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Outside, Crowder kicks it to Bridges. Paul outside. Just 5 to shoot. Bridges inside the 3-point line. They get it again, and Ayton throws it down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.